Hey everybody, it is Larry here for Leroy Systems. Depending on where you're watching this, if it's on YouTube, I have Leroy Systems. If you're watching anywhere on social media, you do know that uh, I have my fitness business, Leroy Systems Movement, Mobility and Assessments, Fitness Diagnostics. But I wanted to talk to you guys today about H2Cre, right there, right there. Pretty much what this is a new supplement product that I am putting out that is a combination of creatine and electrolytes. So you're going to get your 5 grams of creatine plus 7 vitamins and minerals to help you with your hydration during any fitness activity or even just daily life. I started this basically because I travel a lot, whether it's for work, seeing clients, or family, or any other obligation that I have. And being in fitness for 30 years, I got into a routine. I take certain products. I take my creatine. I take my vitamins. I take like everything. I have protein. I have, you name it, I have it. And anybody who does knows that traveling with, tubs of supplements becomes a headache. They take up a ton of room. Now, what I used to do is like if I'm going away for 5 days, I would, space out 5 days worth of supplements in little sandwich bags. And I don't know if anybody's tried to do that with creatine. It's a nice white powder in a Ziploc bag. Doesn't really go smoothly, if you know what I mean. I did have an airline one time take everything out and be like, what is this? I'm like, that's creatine. Nothing I could do. How do I prove it? But I guess the dogs weren't going crazy, so it was fine. Same with my protein powder. I use vanilla protein powder, so that's white. So there was just a ton of issues with that. So my last trip that I was on, I realized, they do sell individual packets, pre-packed, creatine, hydration, like liquid IV and stuff like that. So I bought all that. Now I'm traveling with, 10 of each thing, because I need once or twice a day, depending on what I'm up to. My creatine, I take about 15 to 20 grams a day, and I've been doing that for the last 2 years. So, your standard 5-gram pouch it's not going to cut it for me. But add it with electrolytes, and then gotta go buy a whole bunch of protein bars and all that stuff, and you do what you got to do. But that was getting expensive. 30 days of the individual creatine, the cheapest one I found was like $26, and then the individual electrolytes, the cheapest one I found, I think was like $30 for 30 days. So you're looking at, for 30-day supply for both, about $56. So that was getting costly, So I had the idea, because I buy in bulk my supplements anyway, why don't I just combine my 2 favorites into one? And that's how H2Cre came about. I don't sit there and chemically manufacture creatine because, let's face it, there's enough of them out there. We don't need to do that. So I took the last year or so to find the best ones that I like, that's soluble, that doesn't upset the stomach that much. And then I combined it with an electrolyte powder that I absolutely love, tastes great, and does the job. So with that said, I put them together into little baggies, right? This was the original bag. This doesn't do any favors to the original story that I had. Now try to carry 10 of these things around. Even if I put my sticker on the front, it just looks like I marketed a bag of cocaine. To be honest, that's exactly what it was. So I got a lot of jokes about that. TSA thought it was pretty funny. Even when I travel with a big bag of it, it still raises questions. So that was the original packaging. I have now moved to nice heat sealed with tear ends, Mylar pouches. So it holds everything inside, it's airtight, and It's a hell of a lot better. It doesn't really raise that much suspicion. So this is what you'll get if you order H2Cre. Now, I make all of this, in my test kitchen. If anybody knows anything about me, I'm a fitness chef also, and during COVID, I made my living by helping people make healthier meals with whatever was available. Wasn't able to go anywhere or do anything with people, but I did all the food shopping, so I used to go, hey, how many meals do you want? It's like, oh, can you create me? So I created meals, not meal plans. I legitimately created meals and then showed people how to make that with local groceries. It sufficed, and then everything opened up and nobody needed me anymore, which is fine, because during that time I kept my family fed, and I kept my sanity. So and plus I got to play with food and eat it, so it was good. So I take products that are out there and I just mix and match and make them better. So don't think that when you buy from me, you're buying from a big corporate manufacturer, because you're not. I'm a local person, Long Island, New York, and I made this out of necessity because I was tired of traveling with all these things. So instead of taking, for a 5-day trip, anywhere between 10 to 20 individual packs, I just now carry, five of these, and I'm good for a 5-day trip. Then I had to deal with my protein, but that's what dinners are for. But you get 30 of these in a big pouch when you order from me, and I'm only selling it for $36. So you get both hydration and creatine together, 30 days, a 30 packet. So if you want to use 2 a day, that's up to you. But I'm basing it on 1 a day, $36 US. So plus shipping. So I had to price it where it was reasonable, but at the same time worth my time, because I hand make all of them. I weigh out, I measure, I pack, I seal, I do everything. Late nights, long days, on top of all my training and my fitness diagnostic work, and then my mobility work that I work with clients, and raising, 2 kids, and here comes the pity party. But just want to let you know that it's a family business. It's Long Island. It's local. If you're outside of Long Island and you're seeing this, fantastic. Thank you. But yeah, H2Cre is going to be the simplicity for everybody. Combination of creatine and hydration. And, and I'm not stopping there. I have other ideas. Like, somebody asked me about protein and that together. So I'm working on a bigger pouch that has everything, protein and H2Cre mixed inside. So why stop? If I could make life easier for people, then that's what we're going to do. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, shoot me an email. You either do it at my website, www.llioi.com. That's where I have everything up right now. There's a contact form in there. There's also an H2Cre email address if you want to do something separate with just that. You can also buy it online from there. And if you have any ideas of something you want to do, listen, I'm open to everything. I love making things that help people live better. So anyway, that was a ramble and a half, and I do appreciate it if you got it this far. So stay tuned for more, and I hope to see you guys soon. Thanks.